Hartig. So opnippertjie. So 20 sekondes oor. 26, 36, skies bijna. En nou vergeet, ek kan uitbreid wat is die data verbruik. 36. Ja. Ja. As ek moet 'n bietjie weg beweeg op my ander kamera kry. Hierdie ene is dalk baie ou kamera, net elke groot beeld. En ek kan nie verder weg sit nie, as ek agter gaan sit. Nie agter dan kom ek dis ook 'n weg van die Stedelbach. En dan begin ek sulke nou die alles gemaak vir 'n sekere spesies. So. Hierdie ding gehad of die probleem gehad, nie? So. Nou ja, die goed lyk my die werk daarom. Ja. Hier is net 'n toetsuitsending. This is this broadcast on Meta started the first broadcast. It went fine over the schedule. I presumed I wanted to do an hour. I better cut it down because the data usage is tremendously high. But then, about 5-10 minutes before I wanted to end the show, all of a sudden there was darkness. And apparently a transformer exceeded about 10 kilometers from here. And the whole area's power went out. And with that, the internet connection went out. Otherwise, I've got a battery. But unfortunately, the internet that's left after the power's gone off is a tower close by, within about 30 meters, 40 meters from where I am. But when the power goes down, that tower is also down because they never replaced the batteries. And since they installed it apparently 10 years ago, on the property where I'm renting. So, yeah, and of course the internet goes down. I can still make a phone call, but the internet is not enough to run. It goes so that it's not enough to run this video broadcasting. So I thought in the beginning of running it on the battery for in case there's a power off. Then I thought against it because I'm running it on the power. Battery charges by 220 or solar power, but which was full. If it goes off, got the problem with the speed of the internet. It is a lot less, so it won't really work. So and then on Tuesday put the power back at about 10:30, I think it was, in the morning. But then all day it was off on. And then came that evening, Tuesday evening, I thought, no, look at the clouds again, look at all the storm weather and that. The power sort of still going off a few times. And it was like well after 6, before 6:30, and I looked at everything and I thought, well, it's not worth it. I'll have to probably do, well, I will remake the show sometime. I've had mic problems as well. I hope it's better now. See after this recording tonight. This is not a broad really, it's just a test. I'm going to run it for about 15 minutes. So I can guesstimate with all the streams that I'm towards, where we're streaming to. I'm streaming to boervolkradio.co.za. boervolkradio.co.za. Then I'm streaming to Transvaal Think Group, the Transvaal Republican think tank. And then I'm streaming to Rumble, Transvaal Separatists. And then I'm streaming to YouTube. But what is that called? Let's see. Transvaal Separatist -DE8EF. And the Rumble one, I think it is, well, I'll put the number up somewhere soon. I'm not sure because I battle myself to find it sometimes. But I'm going to have a look at it and see what I can do. See if this URL that I've got now will work every time and put that up somewhere. And so it's 4 streams that I send out. So Proof of Radio, Facebook, Rumble, and YouTube. And then I'll try, as I say, in the week or the weekend, I'll redo the program and then broadcast it one day next week then as a recording. And just to let people catch up on what's happening. Unfortunately, tonight I had an unexpected thing with someone, which I'll definitely talk about in the shows in the future. It's thoughts and ideas that we've had for many years now, which becomes more reality the closer we get to this whole one world communist government takeover. So it's tragic. People have got no idea what's coming. That is bad. But we'll talk about it in the future. And a lot of people reject. Oh, I'm not worried. Everybody knows I'm an atheist. They say so. I'm not an atheist. I'm a heathen. So I believe in nature, in the creation of nature, like our forefathers did. And then also, I've got a bit of a different point of view on some of our big festivals we have in South Africa. As a Boer, I'm a Boer, and I don't agree with 2 of the monuments, 2 of the most well-known monuments. And I'll talk about that in the future. And I don't agree with the Blood River. Whatever happened at Blood River, I think it was a hoax. It was set up by the chosen ones to force us into some part of their religion, and so that we can be bound for always. So yes, and I'm finding that very interesting nowadays that I talk to a lot of the blacks in southern Africa, all different nationalities, and what you notice is that most of them have become Christians, well, so-called Christians. And when you start talking to them, only about 10 minutes, then they start realizing, oh, they've got to get out of here. They've got to get out of here. And yes, and there's a lot more realizing what's happening. And well, so all I'm trying to do is try to wake some of them up. And hopefully soon we'll be joined. I'll have them join on this station and talk and tell us what they think and what they see the future is, and how we should all become separatists, and we should separate, because what they're working at the moment, not them, the enemy, is working to destroy the African peoples throughout Africa as well. By open borders, the borders are open and everybody's coming in, and there's millions more males coming in than females, and they eventually need females, and they start taking the nations, the Xhosa, the Zulu, Sutu, you name them, the Tswana, the Tsonga, the Venda, they're all going to disintegrate, because once all these foreigners come in and take the women, then these nations will disappear. Same that's going to happen in Europe. So it's a tragedy. It's a big tragedy, and they're starting to realize that. So, but then we've got some like 40,000 chosen ones that came back to South Africa in the last 2 years, all living in Cape Town. And that's a big threat. That's a massive threat to everybody in Southern Africa, in Africa. It's a big threat. All over the world, it's a threat. There's about 6.8 billion mixed race people, 750 million black people, less than 500 million white people on the planet. That gives you 8 billion roughly. Honestly, about 55, 60 or 65 million chosen ones. They're the ones that say these things. All I do, what I talk is what they say themselves. I only reference them. That's all. I never say anything out of my own thought tanks regarding them. They're the people that come with all these ideas and things. They're the ones that say it, that propagate it, that publish it in their magazines, in their newspapers all over the world. And yes, so we just have to see what happens. And there's now another 4 minutes to go. Then I'm going to switch off. It's just a test to see what the sound is like, what the video is like, and see what the data usage is. So it would be. I'll have to switch off at probably another 2 minutes or so. I should maybe make it 15 minutes. So I'd go at about 3:53. 7 minutes to midnight. I'll switch it off. So it's about another 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes. I started at 11:36. About 20 seconds. And I don't know if all the other streams are working. I need to go and see if they're working. This one is working. I can see. Let me just refresh it. The YouTube one to see before I switch off just now. YouTube channel. YouTube al die werk lewendig. Die vorige ene wys 'n rooi streepie onder hom. Wat eenheidaglik as jy op die webbladsy gaan YouTube skynstreep @Transvaal Separatiste koppelteken DE Delta Echo en dan 'n 8, is dit 8 of ja, dis 'n 8. Ek dink as dit 'n woordletter B is 'n 8 en 'n EF Echo Foxtrot. En by die Rumble ene wat ek kan gee vir die mense wat nou inluister wat 'n nota wil maak, is rumble.com skynstreep C, deur skynstreep C, koppelteken 674 7521. Ek sal dit herhaal. .com skynstreep C, weer skynstreep C en dan koppelteken 674 7521. As jy daar kom, hoort jy toe kom op 'n bladsy met 'n klomp video's. Meeste van ons net toetse. Ons net handjie vol wat ek nou hierso het. Ek sal met uitsorteer in die volgende dag of wat. Maar ek gaan net 'n handjie vol los. 2 of 3 ek het nou maandag 2 uitgesaai. Een dit is 'n toets en daarna is 'n lewendige dingetjie gewees. Ja, nou gaan ek net vandag kyk by Facebook Transvaal Republikeinse Denkgroep, as ek kom herlaai hierso. Op dan maak ek 'n rooi ring die embleem, die Transvaalse staatswapen, en dan kan jy net aanklik en dan maak die bladsy die video oop. En as die video oop is, dan kan jy hom ook klik of groter maak op met klik, dan skryf hy links en dan regs verskyn die kletsblad. En daai kletsblad werk en YouTube se werk. Ek gaan nog probeer kyk wat ek met Rumble kan maak. Proef ook radio, sal Johan vir ons help. En toch gelaai, of hy laai. Hy is lewendig op Proef ook radio. So hy werk, hy het 'n kletsblad sê, maar hy werk ongelukkig nie. Hy kom nie by die atelier uit, sal ek sê. As mens daar is, dan kan mens daar so skryf, mense kan mekaar skryf. As ek uitsaai, sal ek miskien een keer in 15 minute wat die ding kan aansit, en ek kan nie dan heeltyd hardloop nie. Dan is dit ekstra dubbel data wat ek gebruik. Dus 'n paar gigs per so 'n program. Maar ja, dit is nou nogal aangenaam. So ek sal donderdag aangaan en vrydag aan, en dan sal sondag die dag moontlik een stukkie hê, en dan miskien sondag aand, nee, ek twyfel. Sondag die dag, miskien weer sal ons ietsie uitsaai. dit gaan nie kerkdiens wees nie, maar dit sal altyd die teenoorgestelde wees. Ek sal Sondag miskien los vir 'n bietjie meer vertel van die moord op die Europeërs in Europa. Enigste manier gewees om hulle te forceer om die godsdienst aan te neem. Ons mense weet nie baie daarvan nie. En die heksejag, 9 miljoen van die vrouens, Europese vrouens is uitgemoor. Moet hulle teen die wet van die Bybel gegaan het en dit maklik gemaak het vir 'n vrou 'n geboorte te gee. Dis teen hierdie Joodse God se wil gewees. Tragies, maar nou ja. Ja, is 52. Ja, ek sal maar nog so 'n minuut wag, dan gaan ek die ding afsit en dan ons kyk wat gebeur. Maar in elk geval, ek weet nie hoeveel mense inskakel nie. Dit sal ek moet kyk op die bladsy as ek hulle oopmaak en kyk hoeveel daar wys. Ek weet nie of daar 'n manier is om dit op te sien nie. Ek sal by die mense uitvind, ek sal maar rondkyk en grou en soek tog doen hier op internet rond en sien. Ek twyfel, ek dink is moet daar elke verskillende webbladsy gaan en kyk hoeveel kykers daar is. Dis 'n bietjie rof, maar nou ja. En as daar mense is wat ook kan kan hulle kanaal gebruik. As hy regte het om te kan uitsaai, dan kan hy die radiostasies herlei of uitsaai. So as ek na YouTube toe gaan stuur, dan kan jy op YouTube optel en jy kan as jy 'n kanaal op YouTube het, 'n kanaal het wat jy mag uitsaai, dan kan jy hom herlei van my bladsy af op YouTube na jou bladsy toe. En jou bladsy kan uitsaai en daar kan weer 100 of 300 of wat ek al mense daar luister. En so kan nog iemand dit doen en nog iemand kan dit doen. So mens kan baie mense intrek. Ek ken nog nie al die statistieke van hoeveel luisteraars beperk is of nie, dit of dat, ek het nie idee nie. Ek met die radiostasie het ek baie goed geweet wat aangaan, hoeveel kan jy kan inluister, hoeveel kan inskakel. Jy kon hulle sien op die sagte ware, terwyl jy uitsaai, hoeveel mense ingeskakel is ensovoorts. En jy het die IP-adres te gehad, jy kon sien trofweg wat 'n lande hulle vandaan gekom het ensovoorts. So. En dan natuurlik in die ander sagte ware, selfe sagte ware, die uitsaai het jy baie meer besonderhede gekry. Nie om op mense te spionier nie, net om te sien wat die gewoontes is van mense en wat omgewings hulle woon en so aan. Jy weet nie wat hulle adres is, dit kan jy nie uitvind nie. Maar jy kan ten minste sien hy bly in Suid-Afrika, in Durban of Natal gebied iewers, naby aan Durban, miskien Pietermaritzburg, of jy kan in Amerika sien waar die ou is, New York of daar iewers tussen New York en nêrens nie. Ensovoorts. So dis interessant. En so in Duitsland en Rusland en ooralste. Baie interessant. Spanje, daar's baie van ons mense, veral in China ook. So baie mense wat toe ek die radio uitgesaai het, baie mense wat daar geluister het van daar af. Van China, ja. En klop ander lande waar hulle werk. En nou ja, ek weet ek maar afklim, sien die tyd dat ek afklim en dan dit uit ek sien die data wat ek verbruik. Ek het net dalk net hier gesit en luister na my gegorrel, het maar net net wat loop, toets uitsending hierdie. Telefoon gekry vandag, so hoopter. Ons sal môre aand weer op die lug wees. Geniet dit. 19 dag. Afsit aan 'n eerste stukkie. Die speel